the Buffalo Bills select Josh Allen, quarterback, Wyoming.
Josh Allen is one of the most underrated players in the NFL. His whole life, he's been treated like an underdog, but that's all set to change. From almost becoming a farmer to having his own line of cereal, here are 10 things you didn't know about Josh Allen. Number 10, he isn't the only athlete in his family. Growing up on a ranch in Firebaugh, California has its perks. Namely, you get a lot of space where you can do all sorts of activities. So the Allen family took full advantage of the land they had at their disposal and had areas where they could practice a number of sports. They had a batting cage, a basketball court, a sand beach volleyball court, and even a putting green. No wonder Josh Allen grew up to become a world-class athlete. However, you may not know that his siblings are also impressive athletes in other fields. His brother Jason was a varsity baseball player at Saddleback Community College and has aspirations of playing in Major League Baseball. On the other hand, their sister McKenna is still in high school and showing promise in a number of different sports. At Firebaugh High School, she plays softball, basketball, and volleyball. If they keep things up, Josh won't be the only star athlete in his family.
It's a special feeling because, like you said, not a lot of people get to go through that experience, and to have your parents with you there, your whole family, it was just the most special time in my life.
Number 9, he would have become a farmer if he didn't pursue football. When you have all the athletic prowess in the world, you'd probably think that Josh Allen had the luxury of spending all his time on football, but that wasn't the case. He was actually a hard worker. He often helped out on the family farm, and he used to help his mother run a restaurant they owned in Firebaugh. In 1907, his great-grandfather migrated to America from Sweden. Their 3,000-acre farm was known for producing Pima cotton, cantaloupe, and wheat. In fact, if he didn't get into a D1 school and ended up being drafted by the Buffalo Bills, Allen would have ended up being a farmer much like his father and uncle. Josh was so good at farming that his agricultural work and knowledge was recognized by award-giving bodies. Apart from the numerous farming awards, he ranked in the top 4 in the entire nation for diversified crop production back in 2014. I think it's safe to say that Josh Allen is the kind of person who has a great work ethic.
Picking the weeds out definitely instilled a strong work ethic in myself.
Number 8, he was a star in Reedley Junior College. Josh Allen wasn't always the football star we know today. When he started his college football career, he was actually overlooked by major D1 schools. So to try and garner attention, he signed up at Reedley Junior College, where the head coach was also married to his cousin. He instantly nabbed the starting quarterback spot and was an instant star, as he would always fill up the stat sheet. Despite only playing a single season at Reedley, Josh Allen managed to lead the offense with over 2,000 passing yards, averaging nearly 40 points per game, 280 yards per game, and 167 rushing yards per game. They were in the top 10 of every major statistical category in California junior college football. His coaches couldn't believe why he never received D1 offers in the first place. I mean, look at those stats. Any school with a strong football program should be bending over backward just to get Josh Allen on their team. Number 7, he used a mass email campaign to land in a D1 school. Being an overlooked prospect, Josh Allen went to Reedley Junior College hoping to secure a D1 college offer. While there, he sent out emails to Division I schools, hoping that one of them would recruit him. He said that he sent out about 1,000 emails to any head coach or coordinator that could potentially influence his recruitment. In the end, his email efforts paid off, but he only received offers from 2 colleges, Wyoming and Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan ended up withdrawing their offer after Allen visited Wyoming. He went on and signed up with the Wyoming Cowboys in 2015. While there, he proved to be a pivotal piece to their offense and threw a total of 44 touchdowns and had 5,066 passing yards in 27 career games.
My journey from where I grew up, where I spent most of my life in Firebaugh, has been different. It's been difficult. I wouldn't change anything about my journey. It's definitely made me the person and the player that I am today.
Number 6, he also played baseball and basketball. Like many quarterbacks, Josh Allen played and excelled in multiple sports, but ended up pursuing football. When he was in high school at Firebaugh, he also played basketball and baseball at a very high level. His coaches would often say that he could have gone pro in either sport and had the potential to be an elite prospect. As a baseball player, he was a pitcher and could reach 90 miles per hour with his fastball. On the court, he played point guard and was the team's leading scorer. Standing at 6'3" and weighing 180 pounds, Josh Allen is built like the prototypical NBA point guard. And with a vertical of 33.5 inches, it's easy to see why his coaches thought he could play the sport on the next level. His penchant for playing other sports actually held him back from being a widely sought-after football prospect. Since he spent his offseason playing basketball or baseball, he wasn't able to go to elite quarterback camps. This led to him not getting enough exposure, and well, he got overlooked by scouts. I guess being too talented can sometimes hold you back. Number 5. He made Jalen Ramsey eat his words. Back in 2018, when Jalen Ramsey was still on the Jacksonville Jaguars, he made some pretty controversial statements about Josh Allen that turned a few heads and made headlines. He called Allen, who was a rookie at the time, trash and a stupid draft pick. Pretty harsh criticism from the league's most outspoken cornerback.
Ramsey calls Josh Allen trash.
You won't believe what Josh did next. Keep watching. Being a class act, Josh just shrugged the comments off, saying that he didn't care what others thought of him and he only cared about his teammates' opinions. He even called Ramsey a great player in an interview.
He's not on my team. He's not my teammate. Don't bother me.
Fast forward to 2020, and Allen is on top of the NFL. He is a far cry from being trash, as Ramsey put it. He is a perennial MVP candidate and is the consensus second-best quarterback in his class. Ramsey did eventually change his tune, and he now considers Allen a talented player. When they finally matched up on the field, though, Josh and the Bills had the last laugh. Buffalo won 35-32, and Allen threw for 311 yards and 4 touchdowns. Number 4, he's a huge fan of the Fresno State Bulldogs. Fresno State is only an hour away from Firebaugh. Living in close proximity to the school meant that Josh Allen grew up being a huge fan of the Bulldogs. He went to Fresno State football camps and dreamed of donning the red and white for the Bulldogs, but he was denied the opportunity to play for the school. He was hoping to play for the team, but the Bulldogs just weren't interested. The Bulldogs decided to sign quarterback Chasen Virgil over Josh Allen. Allen was very unhappy about the decision, as he felt he had better size and skills over the 6'1", 170-pound Virgil. Feeling aggrieved about being overlooked, he sent an email to Fresno State's coaching staff simply saying, 6'1", 170? To which an assistant coach replied, "Yeah, we got our guy. Good luck." Chasen Virgil eventually ended up transferring to Southeast Louisiana University, and Fresno State missed the chance to sign one of the most promising young quarterbacks in Josh Allen. Number 3, he is in a long-term relationship. Josh Allen's meteoric rise to the top of NFL quarterbacks was nothing short of amazing, and his girlfriend, Brittany Williams, has been with him every step of the way. The two of them go way back and went to the same high school at Firebaugh High. While they were in college, however, they went to separate universities. Josh played for Wyoming, while Brittany was a cheerleader at Fresno State. She rocked the red, white, and blue while cheerleading, which is coincidentally the same color scheme of her boyfriend's current team, the Buffalo Bills. While they did have a long-distance relationship in college, the two of them were practically inseparable ever since Josh got drafted to the NFL. Williams gained a massive following in social media, thanks to Allen, where she often posts photos of them traveling the world together or spending a quaint time at home. Number 2, he has already broken multiple records in the NFL. Despite being only drafted in 2018, Josh Allen has proven that he's the real deal. In just his 3rd season, he managed to set a lot of records in the history of both the NFL and the Bills franchise. Among these records include being the first quarterback to rush for 95 yards or more in 3 straight games, and being the first QB to have 10 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns consecutively over 3 games. He also holds the Bills' all-time franchise record for most rushing yards by a QB in one game with 135, the most rushing yards by a QB in one season with 631 yards, the most total touchdowns for a Bills rookie with 18, most rushing touchdowns by a Bills QB in a season with 9, and most rushing yards by a Buffalo quarterback in a playoff game with 92. If that wasn't enough, he also threw the longest pass by a franchise QB with 75 yards. The sky's the limit for the former number 7 overall pick. Josh Allen is looking like a generational talent who will continue to break records on whatever team he'll play for.
Josh, definitely impressed with what I'm seeing from you, my man. Congratulations. His first 2 games, you complete about 70% of your passes. 6 touchdowns, not a single interception. Very impressive. That's the good side.
Number 1, he has his own line of cereal. For some people, having your own line of cereal is the true measurement of success. Josh Allen has clearly hit it big ever since becoming a star for the Buffalo Bills. In a partnership with PLB Sports and Entertainment and Wegmans, he produced his own brand of cereal called Josh's Jags. The cereal box features the heroic image of the Bills QB throwing a football on a blue box that shows the red and blue team-colored cereal O's. Fun fact, Josh isn't the only Bills quarterback to have his own line of cereal. Both Jim Kelly and Doug Flutie both had cereals called Kelly Crunch and Flutie Flakes. As part of his philanthropic work, all proceeds from Josh's Jags will help support the Oshai Children's Hospital in Buffalo, New York. So what do you think? Is Josh Allen worth all the hype? Does he have what it takes to win MVP? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.